Holy Ones. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Thank you for being this space. Thank you for being this space. It's so good to see you. So good to be with you. Thank you, Holy Ones. Thank you. This is our mindset check-in space. We've talked about this before with mindset check-in. So we have the separated self understanding. And those are not judgment words. Those are like information words so that we can make the best choices for ourselves as possible. So we have the separated self that can be doing the remembering. That remembering is going to come from a separated space of itself where it thinks it's alone. It doesn't see itself as in the alignment of the divine, as the divine, surrounded by love, surrounded by light. It's in a space where it feels like everything has gotten so big and so heavy, and it has become so small. And then you have the space of wholeness doing the remembering. And a lot of people, they take that word wholeness and they kind of do that separated self with it. And they think it's just the now version, the life, the soul experience, human space in the version of itself that's no longer broken. Yes. That's included in wholeness. But when we're talking about wholeness in Acasma teachings and in all the spaces that I do are Acasma related, when we're talking about wholeness, we're talking about the human life that is no longer broken, but because it remembers itself as the wholeness it is as the divine, having the now. Yes. And in that remembrance, in that connection, in that allowance, that I am floods into the now, and that separated self cannot stay in its separated space any longer. And it is actually like resurrected up into its divine flow again. And in that alignment of itself, everything that it remembers, yes, it remembers through that vantage point of wholeness, through that vantage point and interpretation and connection of its eternal essence. Yes. Those are two very different spaces to be remembering from. And whatever you're remembering, if you're in those different spaces, the remembrance is going to feel different. It doesn't make the loss of a loved one simplistic. It doesn't make the loss of a loved one easy. But it does change the way it feels to some degree, and as you go into that alignment deeper, that degree even opens up and expands as well, because you are coming from this space of peace and this space of love that passes all understanding, and that goes over that wound, that goes over that trauma, yes, and infuses that space. And so now the pockets of pain, the pits of despair, whatever's going on in there, they begin to heal, they begin to shift, they begin to move. And now the remembrance goes from the pain of the loss to the joy of the presence. If you suffered a loss, it was only because they were there to begin with. You cannot suffer the loss if they were never there. The greater the loss, yes, the greater the love that we have had. Does this make sense? So think about who's remembering when you're remembering anything, even your wholeness. That's fun. Even your sovereign, eternal, divine flow. Yes. When you're remembering that space of yourself or just allowing yourself to lean into it and ponder it and think about it. Yes. Kind of do a little mindset check on that remembrance point of view. And so as you say, oh, I'm remembering who I am, I'm eternal, I'm having a now, and I'm pondering this right now. Okay, how, like what space of you is remembering it? And I have witnessed taking people back into memory spaces of trauma, of loss, or of abuse, or different spaces that I've navigated with clients, and I have watched them shift the register of the space as they have allowed their wholeness to flood in, and it has changed the memory. So they still know what happened, but it doesn't ping them the same way. because they're no longer where they were when they were remembering it the last time. They've moved. And so as they're remembering it from that space of themselves, of their wholeness, of their sovereign, eternal, divine flow, what happened still happened, but the way they remember it, as in the way they process it and feel it, has changed because they changed. So that's flooding in and shifting that memory, because that vibration is no longer in a state of density as it was. They've brought so much love into the space through their remembrance of their I am, that now that love flooded over that density and it alchemized it. Important, because when you change the way you read the space and it's no longer bigger than you, but you've realized and allowed that sovereignness of you to come in, that divine flow of you to come in, now when you read it, if there's a message in there, you can get it. And what happens when we get the messages? They no longer have to be coming into us because we've received them. So we don't have to cycle it and create something like it again in order to get that particular message. Does this make sense? Yes, Barbie. If you would like to share, we would welcome your share, Barbie.
I'm not taking the camera off. I'm not turning on my camera.
That's fine.
I'm
We love
still in the emergency room, waiting for a room. They are admitting me. I did have a stroke. I had a small stroke, but the reason for this stroke, which it didn't cause any neural damages, I will not have any permanent side effects, but I believe this happened because they found a narrowing in my basal artery that is at the nape of the neck,
Mhm.
and it goes right to the brain stem.
Mm.
They cannot put a stent in there. And so with the narrowing, if a blood clot does go through there, it could cause catastrophic damage. It could put me in a state of locked in syndrome where nothing moves except my eyes. And so this small stroke happened so that I could come here, they could find it, and they're putting me on blood thinners so that will not happen.
Okay.
So I am divinely protected.
You
I'm not
are.
afraid.
No, that's
I'm not
amazing.
afraid. This is
That
all. And the neurologist said it was a miracle.
it
This was
is.
a miracle.
It is. That
Um,
you're the miracle woman.
yes,
You are.
because as he was showing me my MRI, I told him, "Do you see anything on there?" He says, "No, nothing other than that." And I said, "Because 9 years ago in Alabama, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and his eyes got the size of $50. And I said, there's no known cure, but I do Acasma quantum energy, and I have healed myself." And he said, "You are a miracle."
Oh, Barbie, you just keep on amazing us. You just keep on showing up with more and more of these incredible spaces. And
Oh,
you,
I've shared the story with Marty here. I mean, I've been telling everybody. I'm getting the word out, baby. Everybody's going to know Acasma here. I'm telling you.
oh, well, I am just so grateful that this is the words you're sharing with us here. And I felt a great peace when I read your words this morning. I felt to remain in the alignment of allowing others to be aware that we know will hold the alignment as well of it's all unfolding in divine perfection, and that you've designed it masterfully to be exactly what you need. And so we're all holding that alignment, we're all broadcasting that frequency, and we're all grateful to hear and to feel and to connect in with this knowing you're sharing with us now. What a incredible, like, Oh my gosh, Barbie, I can't wait till you get home and we get on the call to make the YouTube video we're going to make. But because we had that planned for today,
Just
and she
today.
said she wrote me and she's like, "Okay, I can't make the call today, by the way."
Yeah, kind of in the
But
hospital.
But I mean, like, how powerful, because we talk about how, as we engage a cosmic quantum energy and the teachings and the understandings that we've brought ourselves with this, right? That we move things faster. So it's not that we don't have experiences, we do, but we process them, move them, shift them faster, more efficiently, maybe. I don't know if those are the best words. But now look at this. Even with Barbie, you know, um, I feel like you going in and have had that small stroke space, but then it bringing in the clarity of the prevention of something else that would have been,
Right.
another level. I just feel like talk about moving it and shifting it so fast. Oh my.
Well, and with if it wasn't for Acasma and you guys and your teachings, Andrea, I would if I would have not had that, I would have came in here scared to death.
Mm,
I would have just fell into all of the frightening scare. I mean, they're doing every test you could ever imagine on me.
yeah, no, yeah,
And previously, when I've had these workups and things done, I was afraid of what they were going to find and what is this going to be and how am I going to live like this? And
hmm
not today.
not
I'm not
today,
afraid.
not today.
I'm not afraid at all.
Mm,
Even if, like I said, I didn't know they thought I had a stroke, and I didn't know, but I didn't focus on it. I
hmm
didn't focus on that. You know, what are they going to tell me? And when he said, yes, you did have a stroke, I wasn't afraid.
yeah.
I know the inner knowing and knowing that my team is here with me and all of you. I had to get on here because I needed you guys. I
Mm.
need you to know how much I appreciate you, how much you guys mean to me because you are my home. You are my family.
We love you, Barbie. We love you. We love you so much. We love you so much. We're
Thank
covering
you
you.
for letting me share with you guys and talk to you and let you know that I'm okay because that
Mhm.
it's a scary thing for a lot of people to hear stroke.
No, I know. And I convey to people too. So I'm so grateful that you shared and they can hear your voice and they can hear your clarity with peace. And that's huge. That's huge. And it is one of the biggest things. Trudy mentioned that as well when she went through her space. She said she felt at peace. Like even as she was navigating all the stuff they were telling her, and you're navigating all these spaces they're telling you, you have this anchored sense, that wholeness of you, that
Mm.
sovereign I am divine flow of you is being welcomed into the space by you to navigate through you as you. And so you're registering, reading, and interpreting through that vantage point and that interpretation level. It's perfect, Barbie. You couldn't have closed our class any more beautifully.
And and any other time I've been to the hospitals, they've been very mean and rude and short and but I came in a different alignment.
Mhm.
And every single person that has walked through this door has been beautiful.
Mm.
They have been polite. I only have Wi-Fi, so I can't communicate with my husband because he doesn't have an iPhone. So he's freaking out. I'm getting his messages, but he can't get mine.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
I'm laying here and I'm like, oh my word, what am I going to do? And then, of course, I'm asking, what am I going to do? And a lady walks through with her phone from the front desk and says, your husband's on my phone here.
oh,
So, and I'm like, never, never would this have happened before.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
about the alignment and
Yeah.
staying in the positive. And
Yeah.
this is why I needed to share these things with you guys, because this could be the most terrible moment of my life, but I'm not allowing that.
You're broadcasting a totally different signature. You're broadcasting a totally different signature. That telephone being brought to you by the nurse, that's Trudy's parfait her daughter brought her.
Right.
You brought the phone into the room when you
Oh,
needed
and
the
my
phone.
phone. And my phone was down to 14% without a charger. So she took my phone and charged it to 90%.
You have everything you need and
I
then
was
some.
like, wow, this is all just unfolding divinely. And yeah, it's just perfect. Everything is great. So I just need you guys to know that I am good.
Good. All right. We will share that. The leaders will share it in the pods as well. All those that are here, if you're in a pod, share it. Let them know. Barbie came into the call. She's amazing. Keep seeing her in that alignment because we're all broadcasting a collective broadcast of Barbie as well. Does that make
And I
sense to
feel it. I
everybody?
feel you. I
Okay.
do. I feel you guys. So I need you to know that all the love that you're sending, I'm feeling.
Awesome.
I am at peace. I don't feel any fear whatsoever.
As we look at you in your photograph with your Acasma flow shirt on, it does.
And I planned on wearing it today for our meeting.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, take
I
care
love
of
you.
yourself. Continue to lean into these divine spaces of your wholeness, infusing it all for you, with you, as you. And we are so grateful. We're so grateful for this time with you here. So thank you for that, Barbie. And thank you to everyone who felt aligned to come here today because you all were part of the anchoring of this broadcast and the sending out of this broadcast that we are doing for our own selves in each individual's life connection point of this, and then the collective unit of us and this divine alignment with Barbie as well. So we've got a lot of energies in motion and they're all moving beautifully. So thank you for being those spaces, Holy Ones. Thank you for being those spaces. All right. I will close it with saying, blessing on your nows. Blessings on your nows, Holy Ones. Blessings on your nows. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love.